you'd think by reflecting on stuff that it would help you make a better decision moving forward. You know what I mean? Um, and you think that, um, and 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 sometimes it's a lot to look back on. You know, it's you know everything that's happened. Everything I've done, everything that I've learned. Like it's a lot to look back on. And at an atomic level, it's not helping the situation of where do I want to go now. You know what I mean? Um, because that's the question. Like, where do I go from here? You know what I mean? And where do I go from here? You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, well, by reflecting, I can answer that question. Like look back to everything, and maybe I can find an answer. But if because I'm a person that doesn't really look back at small things. I mean, I do, but like I'm a person that, like, if I have really nothing else to think about, I have a very, 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 no, I have a very, um, I have a very, how can I explain this? I have a very, um, casual chance of just thinking about everything, reflecting on everything. You know what I mean? Um, mm, yeah, and it's hard, just thinking about every little thing, and um, it's just I I want to find a way forward, but if I keep looking backward, you know, and that's not a bad thing, but like if I keep looking back and I can't really pick apart the things when I look back, and all I do is just look back and I see a lot, and I kind of just let that a lot overwhelm me, I'm not going to be able to get that solution that I want. You know what I mean? Um and that's not what I want. That's you know, I made a whole playlist of I told you. I made a whole playlist of songs that, have that bring me back to specific, life-changing events throughout my life, and listening to that while reflecting on everything, every atomic little thing that I've done, all this. It's not just it's overwhelmingly overwhelming. You know what I mean? It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to process. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to and and um um and I think the reason why I've I'm kind of like thinking, I think the reason that all this was able to overwhelm me, was sort of very suddenly. You know what I mean? Is because the past few months I've kind of just with college and all, um, my mind's always been on really just three things. friends, college, and then family, right? I've been neglecting a lot. I've been neglecting, my health. I've been neglecting, past projects. You know what I mean? Um, I mean, you remember that one, remember that one series that I used to do, like every day for like 1,000 days or whatever. Remember that? I stopped doing that in January. Um, it's funny. I think let me check what day it is. Let me yeah, let me check. Let me check. There was a fabled there was a funny thing with that series that it was like episode 1444, which would like be like episode 1000. No, it would be day 1444. Would be the finale of like the show or whatever, or like the series. Oh shit. Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. Um, I just looked it up. Today's today's that day, but I didn't even get to end it on the day, man, because I stopped doing it months ago. I I kind of knew this would happen. I knew that I'd have to go through a lot of struggles and stuff, but that's not the point. The point is that I need to reach a solution. You know what I mean? And and I think now that like the semester for me is closing, it's closing up. I feel like I really kind of just need to step back and really just. No, I haven't done YouTube for months. You know what I mean? That's my point. I haven't done an episode of that series since January. Yeah, no, no, you're all right. You're all right. Yeah, you're all right. Don't worry, Speedy. It's just like I haven't even like a majority of what I did these past few months was Twitch. And I really haven't done a proper stream. Like I haven't been consistent with streams for like a solid month. Um, I was very close on hitting affiliate for this month, and I never hit it because basically you get money for Twitch, but that doesn't matter. I wasn't able to hit that, and I honestly I don't really care at the moment. I just um, that's not my point. My point is that you have to. It's one thing neglecting things, and then it's another thing sacrificing things. You know what I mean? And I feel like I've done both, and both have hurt a lot. And that's kind of coming all back to bite me, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Um, it's just, it's just not. It's just, it hurts. You know. Uh, I if I need to cry, I'm crying right now. Yeah, yeah. Mm. I mean, I kept it in this morning. My mom was driving me to college, and um, I was listening to one of those songs in the playlist, and that started to get me crying like crazy. Um, but like I held it back. Yeah, I know. It's it's just you know there's there's um there's a lyric in a song um that I listen to. It doesn't have any really like emotional significance, but there's a line in that song that's called "I'm reflecting on my yesterdays, and frankly, I'm ashamed." Right? Well, not necessarily, um, but in some instances, yes. I'm not ashamed of all of my yesterdays. You know what I mean? Um, but I feel like I kind of I'm frankly ashamed of some of the things that I kind of got roped into. Um, 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 before and before or like around the time of plow, and I like the fact that that even happened. I don't even think I can. I don't think I've even fully processed that whole thing. You know what I mean? Because I never thought anybody would really. I guess I never thought I'd be with anybody. You know what I mean? Um. Aw, no, you will. You will. Don't, no, don't say that, Speedy. No, 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 you will. You will. Mm. Oh, wow. That. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, that's. Mm. That's terrible to hear. That's. I mean, how do you feel about that? You know?